Self-Assurance Investigations is fully licensed, fully insured, fully accredited to perform our services and utilize only the best and professional agents. There are many investigation firms and agents out there. To be perfectly honest, not all should be. Various individuals and firms operate without the correct licenses and insurances, without extensive knowledge and experience, pay their contractors a low rate, have hidden in the fine print hidden costs or a mixture of all to undercut the good individuals and firms. The normal industry hourly rates are between $90 to $150 plus GST. Any lower than that, they are cutting corners. That could have dire consequences not only for them but for you as the client. Example 1. A qualified licensed car mechanic will charge $150 per hour versus a backyard mechanic who will charge $50. The backyard mechanic may fix your problem while the qualified licensed car mechanic will fix it. But what if the backyard mechanic doesn't fix the problem correctly, which results in an accident or a more expensive breakdown? Who is responsible? I can tell you now, the backyard mechanic won't want to know, so you are left holding the bag. Example 2. A qualified licensed accountant will charge $200 per hour versus someone who will charge $50 to do your taxes. You decide to go with the cheaper option. They complete your tax return and have a long list of deductions resulting in a higher than expected tax return. A few months down the track you are audited by the ATO. You find out that the cheaper option who promised more had incorrectly applied deductions you couldn't claim. Now you face a tax bill and possible fines. Example 3. A qualified licensed and experienced investigator will charge $110 per hour versus someone who will charge $70 to do your covert surveillance. You go the cheaper option. As stated above, the investigator is charging well below industry rates, and we covered the possible reasons why. Unfortunately for you, they get caught, depending on whether they are inexperienced or simply subcontracted the case to someone on a low rate of pay and they don't care. It doesn't really matter now because the investigation is now compromised and the opportunity to gain the information you require is lost. You maybe even face court for using a non-licensed investigator. Moral of the above examples: cheaper isn't always better in the long run. Remember the following for all industries. When you are given a quote for a service, you aren't just paying for the business time but also for the past years of training, tireless work and experience that they are now providing you. Questions that you should always ask when deciding to engage an investigation firm. 1. Does the investigation firm hold a business license, not just an individual license? 2. Is the investigation firm a member of the AISP and held to the highest industry standards? 3. Is the investigation firm a registered business with the Australian Business Register and ASIC? 4. Does the investigation firm hold relevant insurances like public liability and public indemnity? 5. Does the investigation firm pay their contractors the industry standard or above? Remember, if the quote you receive is less than $90 per hour, then they probably don't. 6. Does the investigation firm only use highly experienced and professional agents? Remember, if the quote you receive is less than $90 per hour, then they probably don't. 7. Does the investigation firm have a large network of highly experienced and professional agents? 8. Is the investigation firm upfront about achievable expectations and not promise anything to get your business? 9. Finally, would the investigation firm refer you to another firm if they were unable to facilitate your request to the highest standards? If the answer given to any of those questions is no, walk away. Self-assurance investigations can answer yes to all those questions and more. For an obligation-free assessment of your needs, contact us and we will be pleased to help.